More than 2 years later, no Canadian Panama Papers charges have been filed. The agency review of the Panama Papers has identified 3,330 offshore entities with 2,670 possible beneficial owners that have some link to Canada.
This post received a score of 5,025, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
The CRA is well known for going after middle-class people and leaving the big tax cheats alone.
CRA is pretty busy making sure your bartender isn't keeping tips on the sly TBF.
They killed the reporter in this story too. Don't hear about her at all.
Amazing how Trump's election just distracted everyone from caring about the Panama Papers.
So many people who want the rest of us to pay more taxes. Avoiding taxes.
They also make it seem like any attempt at making them pay taxes is really an attempt to make you pay taxes, somehow. I'm glad we are not forgetting the Panama Papers as yesteryear's outrage.
It kinda sounds like that already happened, unfortunately.
In short, the Panama Papers themselves are an uncertified data source, meaning we can't just take any name off the list and arrest them, but it can be used to point us at someone, corporation, and put them on our radar to investigate. So we have several other data sources, private companies that specialize in data analysis, other government sources, etc., and they all get dumped into a huge database. Now what I work on is software that checks all these sources and a server room of data for something in common. Now it's a shit show cause we just have so much data, and with that much programmatically is kinda a nightmare, but we keep on going. On average we stop around $1.2 billion going out the door every tax return season.
Please elaborate.
I will have to second that. Or do an IAMA on R, Canada or something op. I wouldn't. If I wanted to stay alive, that is.
Won't do a AMA just cause I can't talk about some stuff, haha.
As a Canadian, I'm not surprised by this at all.
In their defense, the first Panama Papers case in the U.S. was filed just last week. So, yes, I can easily see that you might wish to complain about this stuff, how the big boys are getting a pass on their international financial malfeasance. But, not much more so yet in Canada than in USA. Is the issue the rules of evidence? Specifically, is material directly from the Panama Papers hack even admissible as evidence, or does an entirely clean evidence chain need to be found using the leaks only as leads?
Canadian law is not so finicky about poisonous fruit.
Well, then I expect them to have been picking boxes of it in the last couple of years, and if they do not produce legal action, then the complaint in this article might be warranted.
When I was a kid, I knew a guy whose dad was the CEO of a major Canadian airline. He openly bragged about how his dad avoided taxes by opening a bank on paper in Panama and funneling money through it. Always wondered if it was actually true or not. Is the whole leak online somewhere so I could look up the name?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.